Ferron, man, what's going on? How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Good, good. Hey, transferring here and stuff, you kind of probably anticipated this season being a little different as far
Mhm.
as the social distancing and things like that. What has it been like? How have you guys handled these COVID-19 precautions?
Yeah, I mean it's definitely been a big adjustment. Like coming here, obviously, when I made my decision to come here, it was, in the midst of everything going on. So, who really knew that it would last this long, or really anything like that. So, really, just with the guys, I think we did a good job of adjusting and, just being precautious of, where we go and making sure we wear our masks, when we do go places. Just trying to create our own bubble, really just, if we're not in class, the only people that we're really hanging around is, just the guys on the team, just trying to keep everything.
All right, welcome back to Sports Talk with Robert Allen and friends.
That was cool.
No, but just try to keep everything really just with the guys and, just staying out of the way of everything. Really. I think that's really been what we've been doing so far. So,
I have to ask because I mean, you and I talked ice cream over the summer.
yeah.
Any latest flavors? Anything you've tried lately? Any places you've tried lately?
Yeah,
I
actually,
might ask you this every time we talk, by the way.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I tried actually surprisingly for the first time I had Ben and Jerry's ice cream the other day. I thought it was pretty good. I tried two different flavors. I had the cookies and cream flavor. That was one of my favorites. That one's good. And then they
mhm.
also had one. It was like a cookie dough flavor. It had like chocolate cookie dough and I think it was like peanut butter cookie dough. But that one was good too. So I like those two right now.
That was the first time you've had Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah, yeah.
How's that possible?
I don't know, man. I'm a pretty simple guy, I don't really try a lot of do things pretty often, but sometimes when I'm able to get outside my comfort zone, I like to do that. So
Awesome. Thanks, Farron.
yes, sir.
Uh, Chris Becker, go for it. You are up next.
Hey, Farron, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. With everything happening in football, if you've seen that, with all the cancellations and postponements and all that, are you guys worried at all that might happen in basketball at all?
I wouldn't say worry, but we're always ready to make adjustments. We know, especially with everything going on, that that's a strong possibility that we might be headed somewhere and the game might be canceled or something like that. But we're just ready to be flexible and ready for whoever we have to play, whether they switch it the day before or anything like that. We'll be ready to go. So not too worried about it.
Awesome. And with this being possibly your last season in college, how's all the possible cancellations and COVID-19 kind of changed your outlook on the season?
I wouldn't say it's changed it at all. I'm pretty motivated. And the guys were all motivated. So, especially this being my last year, I'm ready to just, go out and, give 110% every single time out on the floor. So that's really all I'm concerned about right about now.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Frank Bonner, you are up next.
Hey, Fran, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. From a college basketball standpoint, you're a veteran, but
Yeah.
with this program, this is your first year. So with you being in your first year in Stillwater, but being a veteran player, how has it been, navigating through being a new guy, but also still being an experienced guy?
Yeah, it's been a little bit of an adjustment, but it's not too bad. I lean on the coaches pretty heavily for that. They just tell me, I'm brought in here for a reason, and leadership and my experience is one of the main reasons that I'm here. So just being able to understand that, yeah, I'm in a different program, but you know my experience is something that you can't necessarily teach. It's something that experience is something that you have to go through. So I feel like me coming here and being able to help these guys, especially considering how many underclassmen we have, I feel like I've been able to really be able to give these guys something to lean on, and yeah, I think that's really the biggest thing is just kind of just giving the guys something that someone that's been through things already. Whether that's been I played against teams that in the Big 12 already, stuff like that. So, college basketball at the end of the day is, it's the same everywhere. It's just, at a higher level. So that's
How's it been, working with Isaac and being in that leadership role alongside him?
Oh yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun for sure. Me and Isaac, we're pretty different in how we lead. So, Isaac, he's pretty animated. He uses his voice a lot more than I do. I'm kind of more of a lead by example, quiet type of guy. But he's helped me get outside my comfort zone there. Since I came here, I've definitely improved on my voice. And being able to help instruct guys. Also by showing them, but also by telling them. So
I appreciate you, fam.
yeah, no problem.
Marshall Scott, you are up next.
Hey, Ferron, thanks for taking the time.
No problem.
So the NCAA is voting. They voted yesterday. They can confirm it today. The extra eligibility, is that something that you'll kind of take into some thought maybe after the season, or do you think that this is probably your last year of college basketball?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't put much thought into it yet. It's something that I'll talk about though. With my family and stuff like that. And, kind of just, it really depends on how the year goes. I mean, just to, because right now there's a lot of questions. We really, some crazy stuff happened today, and we cannot have a season this year. So, I just gonna keep moving forward, and when the time comes, I'll have those discussions with the people around me and the coaching staff, and see what's the best thing for me moving forward.
Gotcha. And today's obviously the first official practice, but you've gone through workouts with the team and stuff like that. Has anybody surprised you that maybe you hadn't heard of or hadn't known much about coming into the program? Has anybody surprised you so far?
I mean, really, all the guys have made great improvements. Since we came here in the June, I was talking to Coach about this the other day. Everybody from 1 to 16 on our roster has got better. So. That's the thing that we're mainly focused on right now is just making sure that every day that we come in, we're getting better and focusing on building our team and trying to be the best team that we can be.
Gotcha. And has the experience as a whole kind of lived up to your expectations so far?
Yeah. No, it's definitely been a great time here for sure. I love Stillwater so far, and I can't wait to be able to play and hopefully we can have some fans in there and just be able to have a good time. So.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Let's go with Sadeep. Go for it.
How you doing, Ferron?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing well. So this is what, your fourth school now? Has that experience changing school so much helped you adjust to a new team, new players, new environment, new coach?
Yeah, no, for sure. You definitely learn things as you go along. I always tell people, you often hear about a guy that's, been to multiple different places, it's, not always a good thing, but my situation is a little different. Everything, I've never been pushed out of anywhere that I've been at. I've always been wanted there. It's just been something that, I just know that I need to continue to challenge myself and, make sure that I can be the best man that I can be and also the best basketball player that I can be. So definitely coming here, it's definitely been, in my opinion, one of the best decisions that I've made in my life. And that's also off the court, having the coaching staff and the people around us that we do here is something that I'll cherish, for the rest of my life. So.
And going on the theme of off the court, what's the vibe been like? You're not obviously one of the most experienced, one of the oldest guys on this team. What's that whole experience been like?
Yeah, no, it's definitely been a different experience for sure. You got a lot of, we got like eight freshmen or something like that. So you have a lot of guys that haven't been in college yet, and this is their first year. So trying to help them understand that you still have time to be a college student. This won't last forever. So just trying to keep everybody's spirits high off the court. Also, just trying to hang out with guys as much as possible and different things like that. So.
Sure. And last thing, this might sound a little weird, but do you feel like the father of the team sometimes, being this old, being around a bunch of young kids?
Yeah, sometimes I do. They always like to make jokes about my age and me being, an old guy and stuff like that. But it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Ferron.
Yeah, no problem.
Robert Allen, you are up. Robert Allen, how about you?
Yeah.
Next question.
Yeah, I wanted to ask if I could, and there we go. I know you have the reputation of being a three-point shooter, but how has your game changed? What have you improved in the most? What has maybe been the greatest influence on your game outside of three-point shooting since you got to Oklahoma State?
Definitely my defense for sure. I feel like that's somewhere that I've had great improvement on since I've been here. Coaching staff, they could vouch for that also. It's something that I feel like since I've came here, I've been able to take that to the next level, and especially considering my professional aspirations after Oklahoma State. I feel like that's something that will be able to help translate to the next level. Just being able to be a 3-point shooter and also be a lockdown defender on the other end. So, yeah.
Let's head over to Danielle Dwyer. You are up next.
Yeah, Ferron, talk about just kind of what drew you to Stillwater as far as just like, what about Mike Boynton made you want to come to Stillwater and play for him? And then this is kind of a two-part question, but what initially drew you to Mike Boynton, and then how has he already maybe grown you as a player, and has he, lived up to kind of what you thought it would be like playing for him, even though you guys really haven't officially started the season just yet?
Yeah. Well, definitely what drew me to him is just his honesty and, the type of man that he is. I'm big, especially for, considering this is possibly my last year in college basketball. So I wanted to make sure that, whoever I went and played for was a genuine person, first and foremost, and also somebody that I could trust. Off the court also, I wanted it to be a situation where, I was able to build a relationship and, I can call on this person, 5-10 years from down the road, and I know that they'll still have my back the same way, as when I have a jersey on with them. So as far as him living up to, the things that we talked about, it's definitely been even better than I expected. He's just such a genuine guy, and really not even just him alone. I mean, we got everybody from, Coach Pashana to Coach Sutton to Coach Cunningham to, our grad assistants to Steven to Courtney. I mean, everybody it's definitely been somewhere that, I've enjoyed. I mean, just building these relationships with everybody. OSU's definitely a one of a kind place for sure. So.
Is it easy to see how he's been able to turn this program around and get so many guys to buy in and get guys like Cade and, this whole recruiting class that came in and getting you to transfer? Is it easy to see why that is the way it is here, given how he's been?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, considering, a lot of people were shocked, when, we had got hit with the sanction, and then, we got basically everybody back, so I think like 1 or 2 guys. So, considering that, I mean, when you see that, it's kind of like, oh, well, how did you do that? But now when you're actually in it, it makes complete sense. I mean, he's just such a genuine person. I mean, you can walk. I mean, you can go to the Walmart and, the people there know Coach B. He's everybody talks about this, the type of person, the type of man that he is, and, how he leads us. And, it's nobody better that, I would want to spend this year playing for than him. So.
Thank you.
No problem.
Jacob Unruh, you're up next.
Aaron, you've been around Cade a little bit now. What kind of comfort level has he found already? I mean, I know that you hear the talent and everything like that, but what kind of comfort level has he found with the team?
Yeah, no, he's definitely found good comfort with the team for sure. That he's definitely a cool guy to be around for sure. He's one of those guys that he's building relationships with everybody, and that's sometimes you don't hear about that often, especially with somebody that many know is he's only probably gonna be in college for 1 year and be one of the top draft picks. So I mean, from him building relationships with me to our walk-ons to just everybody. He's a genuine dude for sure.
Do you guys have maybe more of a chip on your shoulder with the NCAA stuff going on?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're definitely just got our head down right now and just working, and can't wait to get on the court and be able to show everybody what we've been putting in. So
It's kind of random. I'm sure you saw the video that Courtney made that went out with the work gloves and things like that.
Yeah.
You've been at all these different program stuff. How unique is it to have that kind of promotion with those kind of videos and stuff from someone like Courtney?
Oh, it's big time, man. I mean, I tell these younger guys all the time, man, the stuff that we have here is second to none, man. Like, you got to really cherish the things that you get here, because, like, the stuff that Courtney and Steven have been putting together it's crazy. Like, I mean, when you see, especially like that last video that she put together, I was like, wow. Like, when me recording it, I didn't really see the picture, but like, whatever she asked me to do, I'm going to do it. So I did that, and how she put it together. I mean, Courtney's, in my opinion, the best in college for sure.
How does that change when you guys talk to recruits and stuff? I mean, is that something you guys can use to your advantage?
100%, yeah, 100%. Because having somebody like that, I mean, we start our first official practice today, and I mean, you can go through our social media and look at the amount of content that she's put out. It's crazy. Like, I think about past programs that I've been in, and this is more content than we've had whole seasons. So it's remarkable the job that she's doing for sure.
And one final thing, are you excited to play in front of fans video-wise today in practice?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm excited. I get excited every time that I can get on the court and play. Especially now, being that we're starting our first official practice. I have like my parents to be able to watch it. Stuff like that. It's just exciting times for sure.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm a little offended that you guys haven't asked about my starring role as the Cowboy, but no big deal. We'll move on.
That was you?
Robert Allen.
Well, let me ask you about Steven as the Cowboy. Do you want to comment on that, Ferron?
Yeah, no, he did a good job. He sprinkled the seeds pretty good there at the end.
Yeah, you got to take care of the athletic media relations representative, because he's an important dude.
Oh, really? Sure.
All right, let me go back to what Danielle was asking, because I'm kind of curious. You're the older guy on the team. Mm-hmm. You're closer to being a guy that's going to be out there and be the head of a household and raise a family and all those kind of things. Right. How much do you look at Coach Boynton as a life example? How much do you look at the way he relates to his wife, his kids? You talk about him being so real, but is he a role model for you off the court in basketball?
Yeah, no, for sure. I grew up, with both my parents also. So, being able to see, my parents, they've been married, 27, 28 years now. So, growing up seeing that, and then, also translating to Coach B, and, seeing how it relates, around basketball, because it's kind of a different thing when, you have your day-to-day, like my parents, they get up and go to work and, come back and spend time together, versus like Coach B, he's, head basketball coach, at a Big 12 school. So, he has, sometimes a little less free time, and, he has to, kind of split up time with, us here, and also his family, his kids back home also. So kind of just to see how he does that, I talk to him all the time, about, just kind of different things that he does, like picking up his kids and from school when he can, dropping them off, stuff like that. It's stuff that, like you said, I'm pretty close to, having to go through those things myself. So, just trying to pick his brain on different things that he does, and, how he does, just showing his family that, that he, loves them and cares, and also, you can always tell somebody that, but being able to, physically show them is always a lot better for sure.
Yeah, good answer, and I like your perspective. Now you get all the old man questions because you're the old man, but you've seen probably more than anybody. The inside game. I mean, as a guy who's seen a lot of college basketball going into the season, how do you, I mean, because it is a lot of younger guys, what do you think of the inside game within your team and how they'll hold up during the course of the year?
Do you mean like our post players or
Post play, forwards, wings that are going to attack the rim? I mean, what do you, and I know you've got practice and so forth, and it's a continuing process, but how do you look at the big game for the Cowboys this year?
I feel like it's gonna be there for sure, especially considering our guards. Outside of myself, we got Cade, who's 6'9", 6'8". Obviously he's 3 levels. He can score at any level. He finishes extremely well around the basket. Same with Isaac. Everybody knows how hard and aggressive he attacks the rim and how he's able to get downhill literally against anybody. We also have Caleb Boone. He's going to be really big for us this year. He's really good around the rim. And Matthew Alexander, extreme vertical, man, crazy bounce, man. You finish and go dunk on anybody. I mean, we got, I can keep going on and on, man. I mean, we got Montrez. He had like a 43-inch vertical and probably the most athletic person I've ever been around. You can literally just throw it anywhere around the rim. He's probably going to go dunk it. So, just having guys like that, it definitely gives us a great balance. Oftentimes people are going to look at our roster and, be like, oh, well, they might not have, that good of post play, but, we'll definitely hold our own for sure. And be real good down there, no doubt.
Hey, thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
And Ryan Breeden, go for it.
Hey, Ferron. First, I want to say thanks for taking your time out to do this.
Yeah, no problem.
So this coming year, you guys have 2 point guards that are very, involved in the offense and kind of let the offense flow through them with Cade and with Isaac. How have you seen them adapt to being able to play together and kind of share that role?
Yeah, no, I think they did a real good job. They're two really hardworking dudes, and both very patient. Also, both of those guys are used to having the ball in their hands, most of the time. So, them being able to share time with the ball and also learn how to play with each other and play off of each other's strengths, are something that they've been able to do. And it helps definitely that we have two point guards that can both post up. So it'll be create a lot of mismatches for sure, especially once we get ready to start playing games. So just seeing how they communicate and how they've just been adjusting from day one to now, just great improvement from both of those guys for sure.
And how have you seen yourself kind of fit in with them and help kind of play off of their strengths and then play off of yours and vice versa?
Yeah, no, for sure. Me being able to stretch the floor the way that I do, is something that we'll have a lot of success with, especially considering those 2 guys that, both elite passers. That's something that we don't talk about with, often in college basketball, but we have two point guards that both are extremely good passers and playmakers. So, they'll definitely be able to set the table for, myself and, really the whole team. So, just being able to feed off of those 2 guys, and, just being able to, space the floor and help create lanes for those guys to get to the rim. And, also, just being able to help the offense. I feel like that's something that we'll have a lot of great success this year with.